Okay, I'm back. Now, I keep hitting this camera, like every time I hit the USB port, it kicks me. And YouTube won't reconnect the camera, which forces me to redo it all over again. Hate that. So I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with this whole camera thing because, like I said, it's connected to my laptop. The moment I make a mistake and hit that USB port, got to keep my hands away from over there. It kicks the camera out. The audio can still play, but you can't see the camera. So that's irritating. It never happened with Restream, but it does it with YouTube all the time. I don't know what the deal is, but I'll figure it out. So, good morning, everybody. My man Wes, I saw you in there last live. I saw you when you came in and said good morning, and all of a sudden, I hit the damn camera. Never fails, man. YouTube got to figure something out with these like connections they've got. They don't have all the connections together. So as soon as something drops, whether it be a microphone or anything else, it's gone. It ain't coming back. It's gone. So I've learned just to end the live, start a new one right behind it. Forget it. I'll do it. I'll deal with it. Who knows? One day I'm gonna put all these lives together. I'm gonna string them all together and just make a funny like collage of lives, all different lives, just doing dumb shit, laughing. But hopefully you guys is out there making that money today. It's what 7:15 here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I don't know what time it is where you are, but hopefully you guys are out there getting that money. I didn't drive, like I said, I didn't drive Sunday to Wednesday. Didn't drive at all. Was busy working on the Jeep, getting the tires ordered, screwing around. Got the big Dodge Ram out of here, hooked my client up, got him his car back. And in the meantime, I just kind of, relaxed, vegged out, hung out with the dogs a little bit. But now, last night, I went out and drove for about 5, 6 hours just to see what was going on in the market. So I stayed home, kind of hung out, saw what was going on. Looked like it was a surge at the airport. So I started at airport. Ended up banging out about $320 in about 4 hours of driving. I was online for about 6 hours. I started at the house, just kind of scouting rides or whatever. So it actually came out pretty good. Thursday night was pretty good. It was good money out there. I was all over the place. What's up, driving to wealth? Get out there and deliver some food. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, that's what I'm wearing today. My Uber Eats today, man. I'm wearing it today. I'll probably be out later. Like I said, I want to get out later today. I might just get warmed up, do a little Uber Eats just to get the juices flowing, then bounce from there. There's no real activities going on in Phoenix right now. So I think driving might be a little struggle this weekend. I mean, last night wasn't a struggle at all. It was easy because there was no drivers out. I got to the airport, there was nobody at the airport. So I was just plucking rides from the airport. They gave me like a 3 mile airport ride away. Then I got back to the airport, gave an 18-mile airport away from there, did a couple of rides, got back to the airport, did a ride from the airport all the way up to North Scottsdale with like, a family of four. So I was just killing the airport last night. But what up, Zach? Zach's out driving too. That's what's up, man. Like I said, it's good to see you guys up and out this morning. We got a lot of our, haters, former drivers, telling us to hang up the apps, don't be out driving, we're wasting our time. We ain't making no money. There ain't no money in rideshare. You know what? You guys prove it every single week in the comments. You prove it every single week, on different channels, how you guys are still out there making money, how you guys are still out there, getting that bread, doing customer service, learning your markets. And that's what this is about. We know that a lot of people doubt what we do, and it's cool. It's cool. You could doubt what we do, but the proof in what we do is in the numbers we produce every week. And I'm glad that a lot of people are sticking it out, knowing the apps are having issues with their revenue, having issues with their expenses, and we just focus on what we need to take care of. We don't worry about the apps. Let the apps worry about the apps. All you do is say, I need this much per mile or this much per hour, and I'm willing to contract and work with you. That's all you need to worry about. So many people out there are always, well, did you see how much the customer paid? If all you wanted was $2 a mile and somehow you got $5 a mile, you should be happy, I think, because I'm like, man, I want $2 a mile. And I end up banging out and getting $5 a mile for the ride with the tip and the bonus and everything else. I don't even want to ask the customer how much they paid. I got what I wanted out of the ride, more than what I wanted out of the ride, so I'm content. Now, if I'm not getting what I want out of these rides, I'm gonna ask, what did you pay? Because I'm trying to get $2 a mile. I got 90 cents a mile. I don't know how this worked out. How much did you even pay? Then I might ask. But for the most part, if I'm getting what I want out of the ride, I am not adding more fuel to the fire by screwing with this rider and what they paid. Not my business. That's between them and Uber. What I get paid is between me and Uber, me and Lyft. That's all I'm worried about. What's up with me and Lyft? What's up with me and Uber? The passenger has nothing to do with me right now. No, I don't care if the passenger said, "Well, I actually got the ride for free because it was a bonus and I didn't pay anything." Does that mean I don't get paid anything? No. It means me and Lyft and Uber still need to talk about how much I'm getting paid for this ride. That's what I'm talking about. So driving to wealth. Oh man, he said DoorDash canceled his schedule, so he went to Uber Eats for the day, made some money. That's what's up. Pivot, the pivot. That's what you do, bro. Hey, when you know you got money out there, open that second app, open that third app, pivot, make that money. Because, like I said, sometimes it has nothing to do with the rider and what they paid. And a lot of times, like even in the Super Bowl, people's like, "Yeah, man, we're paying $200 for rides, this and that." Even though I knew people were paying that much for rides, I wasn't getting what I felt was fair to me. So I didn't do any Super Bowl rides. It had nothing to do with what the passenger paid. It had all to do what Uber was offering me. That's all I was worried about. And people was messaging me all day. "Oh man, the Super Bowl is nuts, man. It's taking me an hour and a half just to get in and out. Man, I got $55 for that ride." And I'm like, that's why I'm not doing Super Bowl. Because it doesn't matter what the passenger paid. What matters is how much am I getting paid for the work being done. That's all I care about. Pastor could pay $5. That don't mean you're gonna pay me $5. It means if I'm going 10 miles and I want $2 a mile, I need at least 20 bucks. So Uber, you're minus 15 right now because I need 20 bucks from you. I don't care what the passenger paid. So we got to get off that kick of, well, ask your customer how much they pay. It doesn't make a difference. I see that so much on different channels. Well, how much did the passenger pay? Passenger paid 80, I only got 30. Well, you only went 3 miles, you got $10 a mile. So the passenger paid 80. Some people just can't make happy. You can't make them happy. So what up, Dave? What up? Hey, good morning from Las Vegas. That's my old spot, man. I lived there for almost 20 years, man. 3:30 last night. Hey, you did about what I did. I came out with like 3:25 last night, man. I love it. I love it. Out there getting the weekend started right though. Like I said, man, if you out there bumping at 3:30, Friday night might be a little better. You might bump that up to about 450, 500. So you 2 days got 800, close to a grand in 2 days, man. I think you can do it. Get out there and make it happen, brother. As long as we can get this money, let's go get it. But like I was saying, I don't really worry about what the passenger pays as much as what I get paid. I'm worried about me. I want a certain amount of money per ride, per every, like I said, every 30 minutes, I need at least $20. If I'm not getting at least $40 an hour minimum for just being out there, whether it's scouting rides and then I finally accept one, it still has to cover that hour that I was just out there. So if I get, like I said, I probably drove last night about 4 hours, but I was out there for six. So I should have made at least 240. If I'm saying $40 an hour times 6 hours, I should have made at least 240. I ended up making 325. So I'm above what I would want because, like I said, I want at least $40 an hour, and that's just online time. Active time, I'm clearly going to exceed that. Some active time, I'm making $80, $100 an hour. But I'm still online. So I'm thinking, well, I just want at least $40 an hour that I decide to hang out with you guys today. Uber, Lyft, at least, $20 every 30 minutes. Can I get that? And so a lot of people are so worried about what the customer is paying. You got to let the customer worry about what the customer is paying. If they don't want to pay that, they wouldn't give it to Uber. They'd be like, the rides are too high right now. I'm gonna wait till the price goes down, then I'll order a ride. And when you see the ride come to you and you say, this ride is $20 and it's for 20 miles, you say, I don't want that ride. It's not enough. Decline it. Don't be like, oh, well, I wonder what the customer paid. And you accept it anyways. Don't even accept it. It's not for you. Just hang it up, call it good, go on somewhere. But I'm one of those people that I believe in focusing on each transaction individually. So today, while you guys are out there driving, think about it and say, I would like to focus on each transaction individually. Don't look at it in the sense of, I want to have an aggregate of all the historical information I got from driving for the past 5, 6 years and try to compile it all into today. 5 or 6 years has passed. It's gone. It ain't coming back. It's gone. So forget all of that. We used to not have upfront fares. We used to not have all the stuff we have. Don't worry about all that. Worry about the transaction ahead of you right now. Make a standard. How much do you want per mile or per minute? And if you know it's an event or a busy area, or if you're in a downtown area where there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people eating, just make sure you say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to make at least this much money, and just go for it. Don't worry. And so many people, like I said, it's the former drivers, the old drivers are the ones walking around going, "Oh man, I used to make so much money in 2017. I'm not making 2017 is gone. It ain't coming back. It's gone. Worry about today. Maximize what you can do today. That's all you can do. Just maximize what you can do today. And if you keep that on the forefront of your plate, don't worry about all the extraneous stuff like, well, what did the customer pay? And what did this and that? And what did I make in 2017? Don't worry about all of that. Worry about what's in front of you. Set your standard, set your bar, know your worth, decline the trash. You'll come out ahead. It'll be a lot easier. I think so. It'll just be a lot easier. So, yeah. Exactly. Take it ride for ride, order for order. That's right, brother. And that's how I handle it, man. Like a lot of people may not agree with the way I cherry pick, or they don't like the way I work, or whatever. That's on them. Because like I said, I look at my bank account. I'm the one who has to deal with that. So if something's wrong with my bank account and I'm not making enough, then I have a problem. But if I'm doing okay and I feel that I'm making enough, I don't know why the next person's upset at how I do things. That's what cracks me up. You got people upset and they don't even do what we do. They're upset at us because we're succeeding at what we do. And they're like, "Oh, what up? Only the real. What's good? What's good? You out there today getting it, getting it." No, but that's what I'm saying, man. It's just, they so worried about what we're doing, even though we're not worried about what we're doing because we feel we're doing okay. And we say, dude, I got enough money. I'm good. I'm cool. Oh, you ain't doing it right. You ain't this and that, and you ain't. But I'm like, all the bills are paid that I feel that need to be paid. All the savings are being saved up that I feel I need to save. I'm cool. Take everything ride for ride, order for order, and it will slowly add up. Keep your standard, know your worth. It'll slowly start adding up, and you'll get to a point that's comfortable for you. Now, if you're doing something and you're not ending up where you should be, then that's a mistake in how you're deciding. And maybe you should look at somebody else's strategy and go, you know what? I'm gonna use somebody else's strategy because my own strategy ain't working out because I'm not where I should be financially. I'm not where I should be, in my goals and everything. So my strategy ain't working. I need to use somebody else's strategy. And like I said, I would use like last year, all I did was ride share. I didn't really do a lot of Uber Eats and stuff like that because Uber Eats was messing with me because I hit that $2,200. I hit like $2,200 in like 3 days doing Uber Eats. It was like, what the hell just happened? Hey, I was doing Uber. They put this big bonus on the map, and I was like, hey, so I just turned Uber off and started doing Uber Eats. Hit like $2,200, and they was like, you ain't on Uber Eats no more. You got to do Uber again. So I didn't do Uber Eats for a long time. But that was back before I knew how to multi-app because I've been reading everybody's comments on the videos, looking at everything, learning what multi-apping truly is. And I've been pretty good at it, but only doing like Uber and Lyft, UberX and Lux. Pretty good at it. But trying to work Uber Eats into it kind of get tricky sometimes. And I'm like, because Uber Eats will have me like taking somebody some food to an area where they don't have restaurants because they don't have traffic there. So I'm stuck doing Uber Eats all night because they don't have traffic there. People in Lux, like when you want a Lux ride, you want to go where there's people. That's how you get Lux rides. That's how you get good rides. Go where there's a lot of people. People would deliver food to areas where there's no people. And that's what screws me up each time. I don't know how to figure out that part of multi-apping yet, but I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Exactly. Driving the website and saying, hey, you already know what they're doing. And I tell people all the time, they try to keep you broke because if everybody today hit like mega bucks, if we all hit the lottery today, ain't none of us driving tomorrow. None of us drive. And I guarantee that. Why would I waste my last day? Because tomorrow's not promised. Why would I waste my last day driving when I have $1,000,000? I'm not driving. I got enough money. And that's what these apps are scared of. Paying us too much so we're not hungry to go out and work for them. They keep you starved a little bit. You're going to be eager to go out and drive. You're going to be like, man, I need to get out and drive because I got to make this money. So you're going to keep driving and keep driving and keep driving, but your bills aren't getting paid. Everything's kind of falling wayside. And that's how these apps have people. They make sure they keep you hungry. And that's why a lot of the older drivers fell off because, they had too much money back then. They're not hungry enough to drive right now. They're like, "Oh, forget that. I ain't driving. We used to make a lot of money in 2017. This is nothing." And I'll look at all of us cherry picking, making pretty good money. But Thomas, wow, what's good morning, my brother? What's up? What's up? Is that you doing a live this morning? Hey, the only reason why I'm doing a live is because I slept one night. I slept till about 6 p.m. I was knocked out all day Wednesday because I didn't wake up in time for the Wednesday live. I was just waking up at about 5 or 6 p.m. So I woke up, I got up, and I changed the tires on my car. It took me till about midnight to finish that on the Jeep or whatever. Drove the Jeep all night just to test everything out, the alignment, get everything right. So I was still up till the sun came up. Slept yesterday till about 3, 4 p.m. off and on. Went out and worked last night, and so I'm still up since like 4 p.m. yesterday. My sleep schedule is all whack, dude. I swear. I'm gonna go to sleep at probably about it's 7:30 now. Probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'll go to bed and I'll try to wake up about 5 or 6 p.m. so I can go out Friday night and drive. But yep. Thomas, my man. Hey, appealing life. Hey, my appealing life. Hey, this dude, he's cool right here. My appealing life. He's starting his channel, so you guys go check out a few of his videos over there. He's a cool guy. I met him yesterday. Actually, I was commenting on another channel, on Gig's channel, and he was on there, so we kind of was going back and forth. But he's a pretty cool dude. I checked out some of his content. It's all right. But yeah. Hey, Thomas, man, my sleep schedule is so backwards, but it's how I enjoy it because when I get on the road, there's no rush hour traffic. Everybody who went to work is at home parked right now. People who are drinking, they're not on the road no more. So that's a whole slew of cars off the road. Anybody who's off work and anybody who's drinking, no longer on the road. Then you got senior citizens. Senior citizens usually go to sleep at about 6, 7 p.m. They're not on the road no more, or they're sitting at home. It's very rare that I'm picking up a senior citizen at night. Very rare. If like somebody's uncle is going somewhere, I'll pick them up at about 8 or 9 o'clock, way past their bedtime, and get them home. But by the time I get on the road, there's nobody out there. You got people trying to get to and from and all that, but it's nothing like the day traffic. So I'm just cruising through the city, just listening to music, sunroof open, picking people up, dropping people off, easy. And by the time I get off, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, and that's when people are waking up. And now they're all starting to get on the road. So I either hit the gas station, fill up, and then come home, or I just come straight home and don't even gas up. Right now, I got about a half tank of gas because I walked out the house today. Check this out. So you remember Saturday was the last time I filled up. Had no idea. Forgot I didn't drive Sunday all the way till Wednesday. So I go out to the car because I'm like, I need to go get gas. I got to go get gas real quick. I get out there. The mic went out. Is it still on right now? Is it still on? Sounds like it is. Is it still on? Is the mic on? Yeah. No sound. What? Let me see. Thomas, what happened? Did you turn your mic off or something? Because I can hear it through my headphone. Thomas, I think you hit a button or something like that. You might have hit a button and turned it off, but I don't know. You probably did. He says, "I hear you. What up, Gig Wise? That's my man in St. Louis. He's out there doing it too, man. He usually does lives. It'd be like 12 hours. He be cruising around St. Louis. We be on his live cracking up. He don't even see what we be saying. We be having a whole party on his lives. By the time he read it, he be like, man, oh, he's I hear you now. All right, bet. No, but yeah, that's why I like driving at night, man, because there's just nobody out there, and it's just easy, just cruising around or whatever. And by the time I get home, so all about the gas thing. So I go out to the car to last night. I'm like, man, I gotta go to the gas station because I'm scouting for rides or whatever, and I'm seeing a few good rides come through, but I don't want them because they're like not enough. So I'm like, oh man, let me just go get gas real quick. So I go jump in the car. It says like 430 miles till empty. I'm like, when did I fill up? Totally forgot. The last time I was driving, I went all the way down to like 50 miles till empty, filled up, did like 2 rides, then came home. Totally forgot. I haven't looked in my car all week. I've been messing with the Jeep all week. I didn't even look in the car to see how much gas I had. So I was happy. So I got in the car. I was like, bam, airport ride, didn't have to go to the gas station. It was perfect. So that was a pretty good start to my night. When you get in the car and you already filled up. That's the best feeling because I hate getting in the car and got like a quarter of tank. Be like, "Man, I got a quarter tank of gas and I got to go to the airport." Hate that feeling because you get busy and you don't have time to stop. But now I'm down to a little bit before half a tank, so I'm good. So it's like I can go out and drive now, like tonight, without filling up. I'll drive all through the night. When it gets to the end of the night, I'll fill up and come home. But yeah, he said just woke up. Only one eye open. Hey, that's how I am, man. When I get up about 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm just like, man, I'm like, what time is it? I'm trying to look at the phone half the time, and the phone screen is too bright. If I didn't dim it, I'm like, what the hell time is it? Like blinding me and everything. But oh yeah. So if it rained last night, yeah, you guys, yeah, I don't do ride share in the rain. No. And that's only because I don't like people, wet shoes, all of my, floorboards and all of that stuff. People wet getting in the seats. I got leather seats. I don't want the smell of that, anybody with wet clothes soaking in my leather. And then leather starts having that weird smell to it once it gets wet too many times. So my car's never had wet people in it. I've had this car for over a year. Never did driving in the rain. The moment it starts raining, app off, I'm home. Because I'm protecting my car. I know Lyft and Uber ain't gonna protect it. I can never hit them up, be like, hey, I was picking up some passengers and my leather seats got ruined. Can you guys pay me for some deodorizing? They'll look at me and be like, well, why the hell did you pick them up? So because I know that's gonna be their response, I just don't pick up people in the rain. It's like, oh man. Exactly, exactly. Wet dog, man. I can't stand wet leather seats. And that's the thing. Even when I lived in the Midwest, when I was living in St. Louis, I got the Escalade. I had leather seats in there. I would have towels in my car because I'd be out doing repairs. I'd go across town in the snow. So I'm pulling out an alternator out of somebody's car in an apartment complex. Snow hitting me all in the back. I'd have a whole nother, I have a set of towels in the back. Plus, I'd have a whole nother hoodie because I don't like riding in wet clothes. I'd have a different pair of shoes in the car, everything. Most of my pants were like those double line Carhartt with the velvet interior, but then you got pants on the outside. So I stayed warm all the time. But I hate being wet in my car, man. It's like the worst feeling driving home wet. So that's why the Cadillac, even you get in it now, it's got 224,000 miles on it. It's a '05. It don't look like it because I take care of these cars, man. It's like you got to do it though, man. You can't just, and it's funny. Oh, where's my phone? I don't know if anybody else got this from Lyft last week, but there was a bonus on Lyft last week, and I got it on my phone, but I only got it for 20 cents. And next to the bonus, it said bonus, and it had a snowflake next to it. So I kept clicking on the snowflake to see what it was, but it wouldn't open. It was just a 20-cent bonus with a snowflake. So I guess they was giving everybody 20 cents a ride if you drove in the snow last week. And because we had snow in northern Arizona, they must have thought it was snow in Phoenix. Because it's a snowflake bonus, and it's a big bonus. And I'm like, because I opened my phone, it's like 20 cents. I'm like, damn, 20 cents. Somebody gave me a 20-cent tip. No. So I clicked it open activities, and it said bonus with a snowflake next to it, 20 cents. It's like, like, okay. I don't know if anybody else got the snowflake bonus. I'll screenshot it and put it on the next video, though. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, Uber's not covering nothing, man. And that's why it's on us as contractors and us as drivers to protect our vehicles. And a lot of riders, they don't get it. They think that we're compensated for that stuff as if these are the corporation's vehicles when these are our personal vehicles, which is why I don't like when people eat in my car. I don't like open containers in my car because accidents happen. A ball might roll in the street and I got to swerve or something like that. Now somebody just spilled coffee in my car, spilled a Coke in my car. I don't get paid for that. Uber's gonna be like, well, we'll send you 60 bucks. 60 bucks might be like a fourth of what it really takes to get all this shit, my car back to normal again. So I don't even start with them. I don't even want to hear them. So if it's something I don't like, I don't accept the ride, period. If somebody's trying to eat and bring food in my car, nope. I'll cancel their ride on the spot and drive off. They can get the next driver. They'll probably be done eating by the time the other driver gets there. Oh yeah, Thomas, you get it, man. Hey, that's the thing, man. When you got multiple cars, like I got like all the stuff behind me, people think, man, you buy a lot of car maintenance stuff. I mean, these things are all full. All of this stuff is full because I go through a lot of car stuff. I run 4 different vehicles here, 5 if you include the motorcycle. So I'm always changing oil, always checking dipsticks, always looking at serpentine belts. Got a whole rack. I got a million serpentine belts up there. But when you run multiple cars, you got to maintain them. Let me see. My oldest car I had, I got the old. I bought that in 2011. So I bought that car in 2011. It's never been to a shop because I've done all the maintenance and work on it. I only took the transmission out once in my driveway, rebuilt it for like $300 at 160,000 miles, and now I got 224,000 miles on it. So I did a whole transmission rebuild for 360 bucks from buying parts off of eBay. And then I've been to the Blue Ridge Mountains, towing the trailer and all the way out to Arizona. So when you maintain cars, they never break. So I've had this Escalade. Like I said, I put a brake booster on it, a hydro boost. I put a water pump on it for like 60 bucks, a radiator for like 88. But that's what you got to do, man. You got to sit up there and take care of this damn looks like the auto zone. Do you have no idea how much shit I got on this shelf? I mean, I got what this all my shit like this. This is all for my BMW transmission because I'm gonna pull a transmission out or I'm gonna drop the transmission pan, refill it all with new fluid and everything. But man, I got so many fluids here and so many parts, brand new parts on the shelf and stuff. But that's what I do, man. Oh yeah, you know what? That Marvel Mystery Oil back there. I usually have about two or three of those because I use it all the time. Because every once in a while I'll pour in some of my gas tank just to kind of go through the injectors and clean out everything and stuff like that. So I'll just randomly go outside one day, just squeeze some into the gas tank, let it clean out my injectors, good to go. Oh yeah, yeah. He said I'm about to pull up and get a tune up. Hey, Bob, feeling like you wild, man. He said I'm about to pull up and get a tune up. Hey, I got spark plugs over there. I got like 8 spark plugs in there. I think those are for the Cadillac. Plus, I got all new fuel injectors for each car. Got new fuel injectors already in the box. Because when fuel injectors go out, just pop it out, put a new one in, call it good. That's it. Don't even screw with trying to drive like that because you're gonna throw a cylinder off and something's gonna happen bad. Just swap out the fuel injector, call it good. Yeah, cars is like kids, man. And that's what it is. I can't tell you how many tires I got in here because we go through tires a lot. So I got 2 rear BMW tires. I'm finna buy 2 more because I like a different brand and I'm gonna sell those 2. But if you don't maintain these cars, these shops are gonna eat up your profit. Any profit you make in ride share is gonna be chewed up with auto shops. They're gonna give you, water pumps and gaskets and valve cover gaskets, and they're gonna replace, alternators and clutches on AC compressors. They gonna man, you're gonna go do some serious money if you don't maintain these cars. Run your AC every once in a while just to check to see if it's getting cold. Because if it's not getting cold, go get some R134A, which is this shit. This refrigerant. So I got tons of these cans up there. R134A protects your whole AC system. So every once in a while, just turn your AC on, see if it get cold. If it don't get cold, go pump some of that in. You just pump some in, see when it starts blowing cold. Because if it has no lubrication in the system, you'll eat up that AC compressor. AC compressor start out over 200 bucks just for it. If it's an OEM, it's gonna start out about $600-700. So yeah, that's Walmart. Yep. Dude, yeah, I got like 4 cans of this shit back there because it's hot out here. And a lot of times, dead serious, I'll have a neighbor or something come by going, Jeff, my AC's not blowing hot. Never fails. I'll just pump a little bit of this in there to say, oh shit, it's blowing cold now. It was blowing hot at first. I'm like, you'd have no R134A. And without that, you have a pressure sensor inside of your AC system. If you have no Freon, that sensor doesn't indicate that you have Freon. So it won't even kick your compressor on. Like your compressor has to attach to the pulley and then it starts going. But if you have no Freon, it's never going to attach. You're going to just get hot air blowing out. The moment you start putting some in, that pressure sensor feels that pressure and it goes, oh, you got Freon. Click. Now you got cold air coming out. A lot of people go to the store and they go to shops. Yeah, we're going to have to replace the whole AC system. It's going to cost us, $1,800. They come to me. I just pump some R134A in. They be like, oh, it's getting colder. It's getting colder. Then I go look at the radiator and you see where the leak is around the radiator. So I got a whole package of O-rings over there. So I'll just pop it, put a new O-ring in, no leak. Everything. And the O-rings cost like 13 cents. That's it. So you go from like 18